Hello everybody, and welcome to Maytech. Today we're going to be looking at making some basic CNC clamps. We'll be using a variety of methods to make these, which includes 3D printing them, cutting them on your CNC machine using HDPE plastics, plywood, and MDF, and even using your laser cutter with some plywood to create some. Links to the files for all these clamps will be down in the description. Now before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And let's go ahead and jump right into this. The first clamp we're going to be looking at is this simple little panel clamp with an offset. This is going to be cut on the CNC machine. I'll be using 1/4-inch floor underlay plywood for the material to create these clamps. Now I've laid these clamps out in Carbide Create, which is free software for creating your G-code. It's going to be done using 3 cuts, one for the little offset lip, one for the bolt slot, and one to cut your clamp out with tabs. I'll be using a standard 1/4-inch end mill for these cuts. Having a look at the feeds and speeds here, you'll see that I've left them to the defaults in Carbide Create. Of course, these can be changed to fit whatever preferences you have. Alright, let's go ahead and run these cuts. Now I've been using clamps like these for quite a while. They're simple, inexpensive to make, and seem to work rather well. To use, you simply butt the lip up to your project edge and screw the clamp down. I've found that this underlay plywood is actually a bit more rigid than normal 1/4-inch plywood, and therefore seems to make a good choice for using as clamps as it doesn't bend much. The next clamp we're going to be making is the same panel clamp as we just did, but I'll be using 1/4-inch high density polyethylene plastic to make these. This plastic is easily available as 1/4-inch cutting boards down at your local Walmart or other department store. The layout to this is of course similar to the ones we made in the 1/4-inch plywood. I'll once again be using 3 cuts, one for the lip, one for the screw or bolt slot, and one to cut it out. The feeds and the speeds are set to the Carbide Create defaults for HDPE plastics. Just like the plywood version of these we made, these are used by buttoning the lip up to your project edge and screwing them down. Now you see these do bend or flex more than the plywood version, but because they are made out of this durable plastic, I'm going to assume that they're going to last considerably longer than their plywood counterparts. Durability is of course the reason for choosing this plastic alternative over the plywood. Next on our list are these adjustable stepped clamps made from 3/4-inch MDF. For the layout on these, we'll be using 6 different cuts, all using a standard 1/4-inch end mill. The first 3 cuts will be for the steps. We'll then use 2 cuts for the bolt holes and inset, and then we'll cut the clamps out with tabs to hold them in place. All the settings like feed and speeds are set to the defaults in Carbide Create, but these once again can be changed to whatever your needs are. With these MDF clamps, we'll be screwing these easy lock inserts into them. These inserts will let a 1/4-inch carriage bolt thread into the clamp. The easy lock inserts are easily applied to the clamp using an Allen wrench to thread them into the hole we cut out for them. Once you have your easy lock installed, you'll see that a 1/4-inch carriage bolt threads nicely into them. This clamp is one of the most versatile to use, and the 1/4-inch MDF seems to make it rather sturdy. The steps on the lip of the clamp make it adjustable to multiple heights, and adjusting the carriage bolt up or down lets you level out the clamp. This lets the lip of the clamp have maximum contact area with your project edge, helping keep it securely in place. Next, we'll be once again looking at making an HDPE clamp. This time we'll be using a thicker 1/2-inch material. The material I'm using is being cut from a cutting board I bought from Walmart. The layout here is once again done in the Carbide Create software, and we'll be using a standard 1/4 inch end mill for all the cuts. We'll be making 3 cuts here, one for the indent for your mounting screw or bolt head, another one for the 2 bolt slots, and a final one to cut the clamp out that's going to have tabs to keep it in place. All the settings here are once again to the defaults in Carbide Create. You can again change them to whatever your preferences are. Like the MDF clamps, we'll be installing these easy lock inserts into these clamps. These again will let you thread 1/4 inch carriage bolts into your clamp. With the addition of the carriage bolt, this gives you a clamp that you can easily level out, giving the tip of the clamp maximum contact area with your workpiece, which will help keep it secured. Because this is now 1/2 inch material, you're not going to get much flex, and being made out of a real rugged plastic, this clamp should last you quite a while. Let's move on to our first 3D printed clamp. I've been using this style of clamp for quite a while for mounting material that isn't very thick to my board. It has this convenient little lip at the tip, which does a good job of securing your material without protruding far over your workpiece. Surprisingly, even though these clamps are a bit thin and have flex to them, they've actually held up quite well in my shop. These clamps are free to download on Thingiverse. I'll be using Cura as the slicing software for these clamps. Cura is of course free to download. I'll be printing these using PLA filament, using a layer height of 0.02 millimeters, an infill of 50%, and a speed of 60 millimeters a second. Now I've been using these with a carriage bolt with an upside down wooden nut on it. This is just a quick and easy way to use a carriage bolt to level out your clamp without having to add a threaded insert to it. As you can see, when I screw this clamp down, the clamp does flex a bit, which isn't surprising for how thin the clamp is. But even with this flex, these clamps have held quite well for me, and I haven't managed to break one yet. Next, we'll be printing these adjustable stepped CNC clamps. These clamps are similar in style to the MDF clamps we made earlier. These clamps are another STL file that can be downloaded for free on Thingiverse. To print these, I'll be using a layer height of 0.28 millimeters just to make them print a little faster. I'll be using an infill of 50% and a speed of 60 millimeters a second. I'll also be using PLA filament for the printing. And once again, we'll be installing these easy lock inserts to these clamps, so that you'll be able to thread a 1/4 inch carriage bolt into them. Just like the MDF clamps, the steps at the front of these clamps will let you set the clamp to different heights, while the carriage bolt will let you level out the clamp so the lip of the clamp has maximum contact onto your workpiece. Now these clamps do seem to flex a bit when you screw them down, but in using them I've had no issues with them not securing the piece, nor have I had them break. So the next clamps we're going to look at are these rather thick and stubby 3D printed clamps. This clamp has these interesting barbed steps at the back. These are made to match up with this little stepped wedge here, which is used to level out the clamp instead of using a carriage bolt. This is another clamp that can be found for free download on Thingiverse. For settings, I'll be printing this at a layer height of 0.28 millimeters. For infill density, I'll be using 25%. As these clamps are so thick, they didn't seem to need more. And I'll be printing them at a speed of 60 millimeters a second with PLA filament. To use this clamp, you simply take this wedge that you have printed with it and hook it to the steps that best make the clamp level. Because this clamp is so thick, I haven't noticed any flex or give to it. In my limited use, it does seem to hold the boards quite tightly, and I haven't had any of these clamps break on me yet. Our second to last 3D printed clamp is going to be these strange looking heel clamps. I did get the STL file for these clamps on Thingiverse, but I did make my own modification to these clamps to make them a little stronger. I'll have an STL file of my version of the clamp available for download in the description box below. I'll be printing these with PLA at a layer height of 0.28 millimeters. We'll be using an infill of 50% and be printing these at a speed of 60 millimeters a second. The change I made to these clamps was adding this brace here in the center, as the previous ones I've tested failed here in the center as I tightened them down. Since I've added this brace to the center, I haven't had any problems with these clamps. So this clamp is designed to pivot and self-level using this insert here in the center. Once you screw them down, they do seem to do a good job of grabbing the material tightly and holding it down. They also don't seem to have much flex in them, especially since I've added the extra brace in the center. The last 3D printed clamp we're going to do are these little mini clamps. We're going to print these particular clamps in 2 different sizes. Now I made these in 2 different sizes simply to work with different thicknesses of material. Resizing these clamps was simply done by scaling them up in Cura. I'll be printing these clamps at a line height of 0.2 millimeters, an infill density of 50%, and a speed of 60 millimeters a second. I'll also be using standard PLA filament for these prints. I found these small clamps to be great for mounting thin material to my wasteboard, like when I cut this 1/8 birch plywood. I usually just use drywall screws with these clamps. I have used these clamps quite a bit and I haven't had any issues with them not securing the material or bending or breaking on me. The last clamps we're going to look at are these 2-piece laser cut clamps made using 1/8 Baltic birch plywood. These clamps are another file I found on Thingiverse. They come in 3 different sizes, and these 3 different sizes should fit the majority of your needs. These clamps are made by cutting 2 pieces of 1/8 Baltic birch plywood and gluing them together. I'll be cutting these using a speed of 8 millimeters a second and a power of 55%, and this is on my 50-watt CO2 laser. Once you have these all cut, you'll need to glue the pieces together by attaching the smaller bottom piece to the longer top piece of the clamp. To glue my clamps together, I'll be using CA glue, and I'll be using it with the CA glue activator to get a nice quick bond. Of course, regular old wood glue will work fine to assemble these clamps if that's what you have kicking around. These clamps are a quick and easy clamp to make if you have a laser cutter. And there's also the benefit of using up some scrap plywood to make them. I personally haven't had a chance to use these clamps much, but when I have, the lips do seem to grab the material that you're trying to hold down quite well. The clamps do seem to bend a little bit when you screw them down, but so far I've had no issues with them, either holding the material or failing on me. So that's it for our clamps video, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please make sure to ask them in the comments below. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to do so, and remember to hit that notification bell. Thanks everyone, see you next time.